Hello, greetings. Continuation from my last video, liability and asset. My case. I'm not talking about this to bring out the ill or of the society of people, but please stop toying with lives. Stop toying with lives now. But the lecturers won't stop. You see, this Mickey Malik type people and all will not stop. And I could talk about now sitting here about India or what, the lectures going on. We are complaining. We have been, I don't know where God is, but I feel a lot of negativity and evil. So I know life corrects itself, but my patience has worn out. Although my grandaunt used to say, you keep quiet and then God will see to it. It seems that God gave me, they say that when the stick of God hits these zalim, right, wicked people, God, it has no sound. But when it hits you, when it would hit the wicked people, then a beilaj hota hai without treatment. There's no treatment for it. That grandaunt of mine who used to say this had died of cancer, stomach cancer. And before that, in the end of her life, I didn't know that she was going to get stomach cancer. Excuse me. But she told me she was very tired, frustrated. God had actually not come to help her. So she had to tell me to pray that she never depend on anyone as long as she is alive. You see? So this is the things, the dirt of society. You may say that I'm talking ill, and if you don't want to hear this, you don't have to hear it. You don't have to come here. But the people I'm talking about in the family and all this, were things we went through as I grew up. I really don't have time. In my normal, so I've also become frustrated, like when will God come and help us? You see, everyone says, when will God come and help us? I've been waiting for God, sleeping with the enemy. I'm sleeping here, finding someone, inside of me that is not good for me. Not an angel, but some devil. Snoring or breathing heavily, another person. So you see, I didn't have time for these people. If I could walk away from them, I would walk away. And if I don't like something, then I walk away from that person. I even told my father when he got married that please let you go your way. I will take care of this family, my mother-in-law. Instead of being in this and, all the time and talking and arguing, just leave us. See, then my mother could not accept his marriage. And it went on. It actually had a worse than before, because before it was my mother could not stop. At times she was emotionally very disturbed, complaining, could not stop complaining because something in her husband would trigger about the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law. So don't push the person to an extent where they are rendered helpless, and start talking. See, everyone, even the gurus, sometimes they are condescendingly, they say that society, this is not love. Indirectly they complain. Does it mean the gurus, it is the dirt of the gurus that is out there? Or are the gurus afraid of the ego of another person? So I don't think any. So please come to the real world, gurus. Condescending, condescendingly talking, and indirectly that if you think this is not love and all this, and I don't even know if there are any true gurus left in India. And then, India has its enemy, Muslims, and the conspiracy, and the covert narcissists. And I still have not been assured that, this 3M, okay? So please stop it now. Because, the 3M looks like Naeem Surwardi, the accountant who used to work in Center for Advanced Studies. Yeah, I feel a sinister, also here in Dubai, I feel the sinister presence of someone in my room watching me here. I feel it and all this, right? So I don't know who is doing this. Who got I was told there is someone. I mean, it could be the biggest devil, but I wasn't assured. You see, 3M, I mean, even Pakistanis, Muslims, I've heard Shahji going to the mountain, K2 mountain or some mountain in Pakistan, and he had great knowledge, So in Muslims, like these people, I don't know who he was a Pakistani Muslim that my cousins had brought to my place, and I was introduced to him like that. So they also have the power, these Pakistanis. And you know how the ISI works, right? They know that India had they had spiritual treasures. Okay, so some Pakistani or some Indian Muslim can, work their way into the Indian, get something from. Actually, a true guru will never will never be caught, because they'll know that this Muslim has come to whatever the treacherous or malicious intent is. But how the Muslim Mughals, conquered these, India had a vast, deep spiritual treasures that Muslims don't have. And yet they were conquered for a little time, and now India is coming up again, realizing. So I don't know at that time or when or later, even recent years, India is under the devil's hand, under the grip of the devils. For example, now 3M saying, or someone saying that, the gurus of India, why make all this big satsangs and, like that. So I wasn't assured by anyone. And that 3M has gone on saying that he's a true master, and that you have to work hard. It sounded like Mr. Naim Surwardi. Right, so where the Himalaya, Babaji is on one hand, Sadhguru says all these people talking about Babaji, and then people started to see Babaji of the Himalayas, and all this racket going on, circus going on about people, but no one here assured me, not even Sri M himself. So you see, I have these doubts. I've been in such a wicked, what I went through, what the psych went through, what they made my psych go through in Pakistan. I could not, and you really go through a lot of sufferance, anguish. Even now, psychologically, I'm restless and all this, right? So the Guru is supposed to give you. Okay, I'm getting some smell of onions and all. Like someone very, maybe someone is, but through my mouth, I haven't had onions. Okay, so this, these things, hallucinations. Sorry, it's a hallucination. Oh my God. And sleeping with the enemy, you don't know what it's like. Violation of privacy. Maybe someone is cooking something and I'm, so sorry. Yeah, so, I didn't get that, I feel a guru is supposed to come. Then they say, hard work, do yoga, do this, and a true master, you needs to, it's not condescending and indirectly criticizing the world. And then when we complain, they say that do not talk ill. Now, a vulnerable person would take it that, like I took it, that, anyone can think that, oh, she's talking ill about her family and all this. I really didn't have time for all this, right? So why are we doing this? Why is someone talking ill of Shias or His Highness Agha Khan? What are we trying to say? How messed up this society is, and it needs to be reformed and stop making a circus of society. Now, how do we know? See, the dilemma, Hasad Khan. Now, this Paramahamsa Vishwananda, he looks like Hasad Khan, right? But only that he's changed his color to dark black. What circus are you playing? You see, then on the other hand, there is this thing against India, right? People are also saying that Indian gurus are fake. There are videos here. I haven't been assured. What circus are you playing? The person is not well. You don't go out of your way. You are teaching other people. What is this? What circus are you playing? Toying with lives. Then left and right, here and there. You yourselves complain against society, but in a very diplomatic, indirect manner. You complain. So make up your mind. Because those who are, I have to tell my story out here, and then they will say, oh, she's talking ill. As if you don't talk ill about society, about people. condescending, and there's also a very sinister presence that tells me that some Indian Muslim lying. There are Indians who can't believe in the story of 3M, Indian Hindus. So in this traumatized shock condition, I have to make up, like, okay, life corrects itself, like Satguru said. But I'm in anguish. This is agonizing. So please come to the real world. It will be too late to save myself. And seeing all these atrocities, I can feel a sinister presence here. that maybe some gurus have come up. Indian Muslims faking. You know how much money has been put in? How much money? Kashmiri. You know, Kashmiri mountains? You know what Muttar's jinns told me? You know how strong these... I still haven't been able to shake them off. These Kashmiri jinns. Muttahar, when she got possessed, my mother's... I've disowned her. I don't even want to talk about these people. But I have to. These Kashmiri jinns are very, very, very deep, stubborn. Evil is stubborn. I'm surprised. I learned from Dr. Pillai's helper to burn sage. Sage is good for negative energies and entities, spirits. But they're not going. I think they've done something to my head. Schizophrenia. So the sinister presence tells me that they want to badnaam, they want to totally tell, you know, like Science Journey, Haris Sultan and Ghalib Kamal. They've brought atheists. I had to, like, it's a very taxing in this condition. I'm not a police officer in best of health to go hither and thither from pillar to post. Oh my God, oh, now this Science Journey. Hindus killed, you look at Science Journey. This is all the, it could be, now if they show me some architectural proof, right? And this guy's with Haris Sultan, Punjabi. Haris Sultan could be Australia, could be, you know, amusing Australia. How do we know? See, Science Journey, all this about Radharani and Krishna, and fact-checking the untold history of Hinduism with Science Journey. Ghalib Kamal, how even the Hindus have deceived us, and fact-check. Check your facts, Hindus. So someone of Pakistani, Indian, very clever Muslim. See, I haven't been assured. So how do I now? I have to repeat myself here because I'm not in the right mind to even talk properly about my case. And this goes on. People, they've made people scared of Hindus. They have a spiritual, the evil works very... So my point was in my last video that the evil works very, is worldly lucky. and how it works to destroy others. Even the person who outwardly may look like a decent human being, you can. What I mean to say, when I say, this person, he didn't really harm me in the sense that, like he's a decent person. Imran Khan can be his friend. Your friends, they have friends and all this, right? But like he did something which you would not believe, right? And it just passes like as if he never did anything. He never did anything. Like when I say Sharjah Sheikh is his friend, right? In life, his foot did slip, and I saw it with my eyes as a child, 7 years old, in London. But when they do something, when their foot slips, what I mean to say, and I'm giving examples like life, real life story. Another decent man may not be like him. He may be truly decent. So I'm giving names here so that your mind, when you see my aunt said, I cannot tell you who the witch is. Now, all the time wondering who the witch is, and suspecting even innocent people. What are we doing? She said, no, I cannot tell you who the witch is because she will first of all turn it around, put it on me, and then you people are going to think I'm the witch. But my mind went wondering about the identity of the witch. Who? The name. Give me the name. Give me the name who the witch is. You see, my mind went wandering on innocent people. So when I talk about Iqbal Sajwani, I mean Iqbal Sajwani. This doesn't mean that you take someone, Hussain Sajwani, or you take from that great Sajwani family, the other Sajwani, Hamdan Sajwani. You don't take Hamdan Sajwani. You don't think all Sajwanis are like that. Because there are some great Sajwanis. Hamdan Sajwani, the cousin, uncle, my granduncle. What did my grandaunt tell me? Why am I bringing out these secrets at the same time? My grandaunt told me, why am I telling you these things? Don't tell anyone. Because when I grew up, I found out that my grandaunt, I used to ask her, and she would open her purse, Bibi Sakina Starbuck, right? Open her purse and say, no, look how much money I have. 10 rupees notes, or, 50. Okay, so you have a lot of money. Once again, I was concerned. So I was at her sister's house where she now left her brother's house and was living. So she told me that she told me about Hamdan Sajwani, my uncle, my great uncle. Okay, that his wife Sakun Hamdan Sajwani, his wife, they were helping her and not to tell anyone. So when I talk about Iqbal Sajwani and this rotten family and their effect on us, I don't mean Hamdan Sajwani. So please don't think of all the Sajwanis to be bad. This is one point I have to make. And not that all decent men are like Iqbal Sajwani. See, if you want to help someone like Sakon Hamdan Sajwani did, Hamdan Sajwani's wife, my late grand uncle, what you do is you can help someone financially if you want to. So these people never gave us any problem. So please don't put it on everyone. That's why I have to use the name also. Particularly this family. Although there are many Sajwanis, not all of them are like this rotten family. Thank you. I will continue later. The prayer call is also on.